Hindi raw papayag si dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez na maging panakip-butas at iturong utak sa isyu ng budget insertions at flood control scandal. Sabi niya, hindi siya, kundi sina dating Senate President Chis Escudero at dating House Appropriations Committee Chairman Saldico ang gumawa ng mga desisyon sa national budget. May unang balita si Tina Panganiban Perez.
I will not allow myself to be turned into the scapegoat so that others who are actually accountable can walk away clean. I will not be the fall guy for other people's corruption.
Binasag ni dating Speaker Martin Romualdez ang katahimikan kaugnay sa pagkakaugnay ng kanyang pangalan sa kontrobersiya sa budget insertions at flood control projects. Tanong niya, paano raw naging siya ang mastermind?
How can I be the mastermind? I was the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, but the House of Representatives is only one part of the branch of government, the legislature. The national budget is not conceived, executed, implemented, bidded out, supervised, and completed by one congressman or even by Congress alone, and certainly not by the Speaker of the House.
Kung siya raw ang mastermind, dapat ang distrito niya sa Tacloban ang pinaka nakinabang. Pero wala raw ni isang ghost project sa kanyang distrito.
To prove this point, I'm authorizing my staff to share and release to the public the list of all the projects in my district that the authorities may deem attributable to me. Let the public scrutinize and verify for themselves.
Sa gitna ng pagtatanggol sa sarili, tinukoy niya sina dating Senate President Chis Escudero at dating House Appropriations Committee Chair Zaldico na gumawa ng mga desisyon sa budget.
With respect to how the budget was deliberated in Congress, let me say this categorically. I was not a part of the BICAM and the small committee budget deliberations. Yes, I was updated on the general outcomes of the deliberations, but I had no visibility with regard to the specific details of the discussions, including particular amendments or insertions approved during these closed-door deliberations. Records would show that I did not participate in those meetings and I was not privy to what exactly transpired during the deliberations. However, two people were instrumental in making those budget decisions, Chis Escudero and Zaldico.
At kung meron man daw may command responsibility sa budget at implementasyon nito, ito raw ay ang ehekutibo.
That is why command responsibility is far more logically relevant in the executive branch where there is actually supervision, operational control, and implementation on the ground than in the collegial legislative body where constitutional role is deliberation and appropriation.
Sabi pa ni Romualdez, nakahanda siyang depensahan ang sarili.
There are emerging indications that certain sectors are attempting to weaponize individuals, including Zaldico, to construct a narrative that serves their own interests. So when the legal processes is being used against me as a political demolition job, then I will have no choice but to defend myself.
May mensahe rin si Romualdez sa Office of the Ombudsman.
To the Ombudsman, I say this with full respect. If your office truly believes in justice, then follow the sworn statements, follow the records, and follow the evidence all the way. Do not stop where it is politically convenient. Do not settle for the easiest headline. Do not confuse public pressure with prosecutorial duty. What I ask of the Office of the Ombudsman is simple. Follow the rule of law and due process.
Sinusubukan pa ng GMA News na makuha ang panig ni na Escudero at co, gayon din ng Malacanang at Ombudsman. Hiniling ng Ombudsman sa Anti-Money Laundering Council o AMLAC na ipa-freeze ang kanyang mga ari-arian.
We're waiting for the Romualdez case to start rolling, and the first case would be about money laundering. It's related to corruption and money laundering. Gusto namin ma-freeze order para mapangalagaan natin yung mga salapi na dapat na pag-aari ng bayan. Yun po yung ating hinahabol dito.
Pero ayon sa kampo ni Romualdez, wala pa silang natatanggap na opisyal na abiso sa anumang application o freeze order. Kaya speculative nila ang pagsasabing may nakaumang ng ganyan. Nagpaalam naman sa Ombudsman si Romualdez na babiyahe siya pa Singapore para magpa-check up. Pero tinanggihan ito ng Ombudsman at humiling sa Sandigan Bayan na maglabas ng precautionary hold departure order laban kay Romualdez.
Hindi namin siya pinaalis, hindi namin pinayagan na ma-lift yung bulletin niya kasi nga naka-lookout order because we've been investigating him actively. Baka hindi na bumalik eh. Para namang sobrang coincidental na nahuli si Saldico sa Europe, bigla siyang aalis.
Pero giit ng kampo ni Romualdez, hindi ipinagbabawal ng lookout bulletin order ang pag-a-abroad. Nire-require lang nito ang pakikipag-ugnayan sa mga otoridad. Kaya nga raw kumuha ito ng Travel Authority mula sa liderato ng Kamara na aprobado na. Mula April 20 hanggang May 4, 2026, ang paalam niya para sa long overdue follow-up sa kanyang angioplasty surgery. Sabay tiyak na babalik sa Pilipinas. Ito ang unang balita. Tina Panganiban Perez para sa GMA News.